Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Barry and Lila. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lila's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them and the training equipment that we're using. Barry's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and let go on her slip collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. She's been fitted with her very own collar that she'll come home with for training. Now she's sitting nicely at Barry's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Lila, heel. Now this command is so you can walk your dog without being pulled, that she's not darting back and forth, you know, pulling out in front of you or lagging behind, but she's walking nicely with you. Barry talks to her to keep her focused, and every time that he stops his feet, you will see that she sits automatically to wait for her next command. So when you're walking down the street and you stop to talk to a neighbor or you stop to cross traffic, she sits automatically as soon as you stop your feet and waits for her next command. And this makes walking your dog a pleasure. And the next command that Barry's going to demonstrate is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. It is a one-word command because it is a stationary exercise. Your long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. When Barry returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her, returning all the way back around to heel position as an additional distraction, and then he praises her for a good job. And then they're going to do their heel and their automatic sit and their stay again for your viewing pleasure. She is so sweet and she's so smart. She's done a great job here at school. And you will see that if she's not paying attention, she's trying to do the thinking now. She's going to demonstrate another command. Now remember, your sit stays help to develop attention span and maturity and focus. This time, instead of returning to her, Barry's going to call her. This is the recall or the come on command. Lila likes to come in at about 100 miles an hour, but she should come in and sit, not come in and jump on you. And then she returns back to heel. Very good. And they're going to demonstrate that recall exercise again for you. Remember, coming to you should always be a happy event, and she should always get praised for coming. Lila's problem has been that she'll come to you 100 miles an hour and go right past you. So Barry talks her in. And she came right in front and sat. That's perfect. That stops her from jumping all over you. And then back to heel and back sitting. Very, very good. And now we're going to set up to show you our down commands, and there are 2 of them. There's down from a heel and down from a distance. The first one is down from a heel. Always have your dog seated before you attempt to put her into a down. Barry's going to use his left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. Perfect. Now your long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 to 5 minutes. And remember, all of these exercises can be practiced inside as well as outside. So wherever you practice your obedience is where you're going to get your best behavior. So don't forget to practice in the house as well as outside. When Barry returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her as he did on the sit stay as an additional distraction, returning all the way back to her shoulders, and each time that you return to her shoulders, she expects to get another command. And they'll demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. And the whole time you can hear Barry talking to her, praising her up. He gives her the down command. She goes down. She really goes down. She puts the head down too, which is not required. And you can mix up your commands, so this time instead of returning back to her, Barry will call her.
Lila, come. Good girl. Come on, Lila.
She comes right in front and sits, and then goes back to heel and back sitting. And now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is going to be your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise because you're not next to your dog, but you are going to leave her in a sit-stay. Barry walks out, put some distance between he and Lila. He's going to use his right hand to give the command and drop her into a down. Perfect. So you can practice your down stays while you're watching TV or eating dinner. I mean, these are commands for you to use every day, all day when needed. And it also keeps you the leader of the pack, which is what she needed with her little bit of dominance. Her housebreaking has done fabulous. We're going to answer all the questions that you have when you come to get her. We certainly have enjoyed having her. She's a sweetheart. Thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.